Guys, before we get going, you know what we gotta do? We gotta give a huge shout out to our Patreon subscribers. Thank you to Tony, Starla, Luke, Jacob, Jeff, Adam, Chuck, Justin, Brian, and Dusty. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Guys, we just revamped the Patreon too, added a whole bunch of stuff to it. I mean, we're constantly putting out things on the Patreon, and you will get an email about it every day of the week, Monday through Friday. There's some fun little things just to keep you guys going with some stuff. Even the free side of things too. You guys also get a couple things as well. You could become a free Patreon member as well. But yeah, so go over there, patreon.com/AITDpod. Go and check that one out. Also, the Discord is always hopping, guys. Go to check out the Discord, all right? I think I've said it so many times, but so many people in there, and it seems like there's always a new person just randomly popping in. We're like, hey, and then it's like, welcome to the craziness, because that's exactly what that Discord channel is. No, but it's a great community, and thank you to everybody that's over there. So go over there, hang out with us, come check it out. Also, last but not least on the laundry list of things to do here, the 200th episode meetup is scheduled for Saturday, March 28th in the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area. So if you are nearby, or if you want to be like a couple other people that we got past guest John Hilligus is planning to drive up from Florida to come hang out with us that weekend. And so, I mean, guys, hey, we would love to meet as many of you as we possibly could, because we're totally looking forward to it. We got an Airbnb house. There's got a pool table, dartboard, fire pit. Like it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a blast. So if you're in the area, or if you don't have any plans and you want to come for a little road trip, come hang out with the boys. Let's go. We'll be there. Let us know, and I'll DM you guys the address. But anyways, enough about that. 2 minutes in already, and here we are. Episode discussion, guys. Today, what do we got on tap? Excuse me. I mean, Luke's weeks are just blending one after another and not getting better.
They're piling up, dude. They're piling up. I normally don't say anything before in the intros, because I was going to say for the meetup, I did want to say, because anybody with the pool table, I was laughing. I was about to chime in and be like, yeah, I'm a mediocre pool player, but if you want to make some easy cash, just play me in some pool, and I'll probably lose some money to you.
But yeah, definitely, guys. It's going to be a blast, that one.
It will be fun. But the weeks are piling up, yes. And I feel like I'm living in Groundhog Day, the Bill Murray movie. But yes, I'll let you continue.
Also, like they've announced, more layoffs coming. That's what it's looking like from what we're hearing from around the company here. Also, dispatch poll power. It's something new that we introduced to the Patreons. In the tiers that are $10 and up, you can have access to dispatch poll power, where you get to decide, what we're going to discuss on the episode.
Dispatch the episode.
And also Doorstep Dilemmas. You can send your Doorstep Dilemmas in the Discord chat. So come join over there. Come throw the Would You Rather questions, the Doorstep Dilemma section. Guys, 186. We're ready. I know you guys are ready. Happy Tuesday. And thank you to everybody that's been so kind with their words when we announced that we were going to be moving to Tuesdays. And then Brad. I love you, Brad. Yeah, I know you're starting to shit, Brad, but I love you, Brad. 186. Here we go.
What the fuck did Brad do?
We got to this one address. I said, this one goes around back. He went around back, boom, drove off, left them right at the stop.
That was after getting hit by a car.
You got hit by a car?
I ended up drinking 24 Bud Lights in about 48 minutes. Drunken nomad stumbles out in the road and he hit me going 30 miles an hour.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on another episode of All in the Delivery. This is episode 186. Holy shit, 200, right around the corner. 186. What did Brad do, you asked? Brad was, he sent some, like, ugh thing on our post or something when we said we were moving to Tuesdays.
I could have left that as a cliffhanger, but I am glad you answered.
Yeah,
I think I did remember that now. It's all right. I love you, Brad.
I hope Brad's able to come up to the 200th meetup because that would be amazing. So I know he's thinking about it
too.
I know he's thinking about it. But also, real quick, because
a little bit.
Yeah, I know. So I forgot to say at the top there, I mentioned dispatch poll power. Well, we had a tie in votes on the dispatch poll power on what to talk about. So I guess we'll talk about two different ones, and we'll get into those a little later. But yeah, buddy, my co-host, you guys know him, down in West by God, Virginia.
Fuck.
Luke, piling up over there, buddy.
Dude, I feel like this'll probably be another long intro to the week, kind of like how last week was, but man, I'll just go ahead and say in the beginning of this week, I mentioned last week how I'd gotten hung up and a customer, Good Samaritan, pulled me up with a chain and that whole thing. And I'll get into a little bit more of that later, but so I put into the docs of a subject, and I literally titled it "Belly to Back Suplex from Brock Lesnar." And it was the hardest fall I may have ever had as a slip. Like, I mean, obviously I've got hit by a car, so I'm not saying it's the hardest I've ever been fucking rocks, but it was the hardest slip fall I've ever had in my life to my memory. And when I say my head bounced off the fucking road, it bounced off the road. And this is so just to set up the scene. I was on a side road that was, I mean, at this point, like as we record today, we got some more weather and the roads kind of got bad again all around. But at this point on Tuesday, a lot of places were getting cleared up, but I still had a lot of areas that were very fucking frozen, and this being one of them. And so I parked the truck at a flat part in a driveway. I didn't have chains on. I was running bare tires at that point, so I didn't go too far up the hill to get to this guy's driveway. Now this dude's driveway was clear, but it was semi-clear. You being in 1,000, you having dual wheels, you know when a middle's clear, but the sides are still covered up pretty good, it could be a pain in the ass and maybe not able to get up it. You know what I mean? Because those outside tires are still catching snow.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there thinking, I got like a bag, like an Amazon bag or something small. And the house is way up on a hill. I walk up, just stick it in the mailbox. And I know we're not supposed to do that. Fucking sue me. It's been bad out there, and it was little enough. If it was big. Yeah, allegedly. I could be like FedEx and just leave it by the mailbox outside, but I'd rather stick something small in there. If I'd have had something big, I'd have carried it up, or I'd have put a DR bag and put it far enough up his driveway he would have saw it or something like that. But anyways, I put this thing in there. It's desperate times. And this road is a sheet of ice, just like most of the roads have been in this time. And I see that. So, but how the road is, there's like a steep hillside to the left, and then to the right, it's kind of steep too. So it's hard to really walk on the sides. You know what I mean? So I'm in the middle of the road where there's snow in the middle. You know how I'm like walking like a penguin. I'm walking like a fucking penguin. And there was just a piece of ice, like a chunk, like a small piece in the middle of that road, like just hardened up snow. That it wasn't really even ice. It was just like, you know what I mean? Just a fucking, it was enough for me to like, I caught that barely. And I like sidestepped with my right foot. I touched it with my left foot. I sidestepped to my right. And at this point, I'm almost completely down this hill, so it's not really that steep anymore. It's still at an incline, or I'm walking decline, I guess. But so I slip, and I've always thought, like, if I slip, if we fast enough. I was talking to my boy Logan. Shout out to you, Logan, today about that, like tucking your head, being fast enough at the moment to do that. Well, I slip, and dude, I fall. And I land on probably my upper back, lower shoulders. And I mean, I fall hard. My head, back of my head smacks off the fucking road. And I mean, white flash. I fucking rocked myself. So I sit up and I take a minute and, through playing college football, fighting and fucking multiple tough man contests and other boxing venues, totaling a car with my body, I've known what getting hit to the head feels like, and if you have a concussion. So people are going to maybe laugh at this, but it's almost like if you're drunk, if you can shake your head real quick like this and fucking snap your head to the side and nothing like shifts, you're normally all right. And I do that, and I'm like, all right, I don't think I have a concussion.
That's the DIY concussion protocol.
I mean, that's my own concussion protocol. It's fucking hadn't failed me yet, but the one time when I had a concussion and I did that, everything kept shifting. Like I was just like, I'd move my head and it was like nothing would focus. Yeah. So I was like, I can move my head and everything focused. So I felt all right. But I was so fucking mad because I was following the methods, and then I got pissed off, and I ended up sending a message in even because I'm like, sometimes slips are unavoidable. And I'm like, these methods may be 100% on fucking paper, but in the real world, shit happens, and shit fucking happened on Tuesday. I shook it off and I kept going, but I will tell you right now, to this moment we record, I'm still feeling it. It did not make me, like, I didn't feel like I physically couldn't work, like I was suffering, but it definitely slowed me down. So that was how, that's how it started. And then later on that day, just to give a quick summary of it, I actually, not to give a shameless plug to the Patreon, but I'm actually, this is going to be a story, the full detail of it, because I don't want to really get into it 100% on here, but I'll just say the good Samaritan people that pulled me up out of their driveway or up their driveway ended up calling a concern in with property damage. And so after I'd got my bell rung, falling on the road and, fucking trying to get through the day, I get a call and have to deal with that shit. And, and it's all resolved now. But like I said, I'll tell the full story to the Patreon. It's just I don't want to fucking get into that on here.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was, the week up until today, it started snowing again. And honestly, and then this is where I'm going to let my boy hear. And I mean, it's not going to be a really distinct, it's not going to be an elongated answer from him, but there is something I've learned, just like from his dad. It was so simple. When we first had Vic on, and I said, it's the circle of honor thing. I said, like, how did you make it to circle of honor? I don't remember exactly how he said it. And he literally was just like, well, if it was bad and I didn't think I could do it, didn't do it. And I went,
I believe he said he never put himself in a situation that he couldn't get himself out of.
Yeah, something to that regard. Something that's like so simple, but in our line of work, so many people, myself being a terrible, terrible example of it. It's like, it's just like we deliver shit. It's what we do. But it's like, if there's times like I knew that road was bad, that I could. I mean, I knew it was real bad. This one where I fell. I'm just going to use that one. I mean, we would be here all night. It'd be a fucking 3-week long episode if I talked about all my fucking questionable decisions I made in bad weather. But, like, I knew it was bad. I knew it would be a justifiable EC. But I also knew I could maneuver around and wanted to get it delivered. And it ultimately fucked me up. So, and I thought about, like, you have kids. I mean, you have 2 boys, I have a daughter. And like right in that moment, that was the thing when I knew I was okay, I realized I was like, I can't, like, what if I would have fucking fell at a weird thing, like at a weird angle or something? I mean, I fell hard enough, dude. I could have really I could have had a concussion or worse, as hard as I hit, dude. Like, or just something, like you slip and you hit your head off a fucking, I'm like, I was sitting there thinking all these things. I'm like, man, and I'm doing this all to make a delivery to a place that is fucking terrible. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and no accident happened. Like, I didn't get hung up. The truck didn't get, nothing happened. But just as far as almost fucking serious injury, yeah, it's just like, I've listened to Dave, like that driveway that I fucked up, that I talked about last week, and he'd said it on there. He's like, we were on the phone when it had happened, which was a funny story. The first time in history we've ever had a conference call, 2 people being hung up at the same time. But in 2 different states is what's best. Like, it probably would have been hilarious if it would be the same sitter, but just because it was, it's like, just know you're not alone. It's like how Joe Dirt used to say, you look up the moon, feel like somebody's looking up at it at the same time, you're connected. Just know if you're ever stuck, there's probably a driver out there stuck somewhere with you.
I mean, that may have even been the first time you actually had anybody get stuck while on the call. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I could see. I think that's true. But it's just, it's more of just to wrap that up. It's just more of like, I just learned a lot, and it's stuff that I heard from your dad when we had him on. It's stuff I've heard from you many times over the phone. Like, yeah, and it's just like, I like today. The only thing I'll bring up today is I didn't take any. I mean, did I go down bad roads? Yes, but when everything's bad, sometimes you just go. I didn't put myself in spots where what was awesome, and one of my roads I wouldn't have went down. And this is where I'll talk about this real quick. All the parents were there waiting for the school bus because they had an early dismissal today. So all the ECs I would have had, these people were out there, and it's like a dead end road, and they all know each other at the very end. I was like, holy shit, this is fucking jackpot. I literally dumped everything off to those parents.
Yeah.
And some of them were the actual customers, and then the other stuff that were like their neighbors they took. And I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome. But
dude,
let me
real
go
quick.
ahead.
I had that happen once where there was a bunch of moms waiting for like the bus, in this section. I had number 41 and I had number 37, and they were all waiting. And I was like, and I rolled out there with 2 boxes. I'm like, anybody number 41? Yeah, that's me. And then I'm like, anybody 37? Yeah, that's me. And then, I'm just fucking thank you. And just like handing shit out without having to go up any long driveways or anything. It was great.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing, man. It is.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. But I'll tell you he didn't have a good feeling though. was the bus driver that I saw driving. So the road that road that I was going to is absolutely fucked. It was before we got this additional snow. Now this main road that it was on got bad real quick because it just was cold and every bit of accumulation we had stuck, and then it was like it was kind of wet and it just froze because the ground was just been frozen here. And not like it wasn't like we magically had 3-inch thick ice on every road again, but it was like it was slick. And that poor bus driver, man, when I passed him, that dude was 10-2 white knuckling that fucking steering wheel. And all I could think about was like, dude, this road is terrible right now. I couldn't imagine driving a bus with a bunch of kids on it on a road that, like, because do you think about it, dude? School's canceled. They don't run. Like when the roads are bad, they're normally not out because they don't. I mean, I'm not saying, I don't want to say for any bus drivers that may listen to this that you can't drive in bad weather. I know there's like sporting events and shit. I played in high school and in college. I mean, we played bad. There was times when we had bad weather coming back from a place. I know you can drive in it, but dude, this poor, like when you're not used to, I couldn't imagine driving. Like, just think about being in a spot where you're like inching down the road in your truck. Just think about this, dude. But just imagine having like 20 kids just fucking screaming. Can you imagine, dude?
No.
But they all got
Nope.
off the bus. I'll just say they dismissed school at 11:30, which was like the absolute worst it was. The roads were terrible. And then if they would have had a regular day, it kind of let up then and was a lot better. But yeah, I'm sure the Facebook community groups in my area were just on fucking fire today. If I need some entertainment, I might have to check them out later. But yeah, that was the week.
Yeah.
And we got through it, and you know, it'll pass.
Yeah.
It will pass.
So I mean, you know what I ended up hearing about I mean, what a lot of people are hearing, and we've heard it already around the company, is the layoffs coming, right? We got layoffs coming.
Right.
I already heard there's like 3 routes that are not going to be going up on this bid cycle coming up. So they're already, cutting back routes because of volume going down, with SurePost being back and with the cut of Amazon delivery as well. So, and we already had one driver quit that was down at the bottom because, they weren't getting the hours to drive. They were working, they got moved to working inside, and they were working inside for a week. So, this isn't what I signed up for, and, didn't want to stick around and quit. So, yeah, dude. And meanwhile, I know we talked about this a little off air before we got on here, but it's like that meme where you're just like poking, and it's like, come on, do something.
Yeah, dude.
Do something, Teamsters. Do something. Like, why are we just sitting back watching this happen? Is there nothing they can do?
I truly think now, if that's what it is, then I'd be fine with it. But man, it feels like something at least could be said. It feels like nothing's even being mentioned or brought up. And the only time when stuff had gotten brought up is, and I'm not even meaning buyout stuff. I'm just saying when these cuts started first happening, and you have Sean O'Brien still saying, well, they do whatever on the minute, but they promise 300 and some thousand union jobs by the end of the next contract. And here we are having people go back to the building, getting routes cut, drivers getting laid off. That's going to shrink the Teamster. Like, there's Teamsters that are going to be pushed out, and they're going to be gone because they're going to have to find another job because they're not. Like, you think union stuff, and like, I know the fucking anti-union people just chomp at the bit at this, but like it's overall though, it's like when it's been consistent leadership with it for decades now, generations of drivers have been able to thrive with it. But I feel like, dude, and of course times are different. I know times changed. Amazon wasn't around. A lot of people are doing their own distribution now. Like, I get all that, but dude, it's like SurePost and shit that could be like controlled a little bit. Like, if you're worried, you're not worried about your fucking members if you're just sitting back. And maybe there is nothing they can do. I don't know, because they're not, like, UPS is their own company. Carol Tomei don't have to listen to Sean O'Brien outside of contract negotiations. You know what I mean? Once they get whatever they get in the contract, man, if they would have however way they want to move. But
like you said, at least say something.
Yeah, say something, and don't say something like, well, yeah, cutting their side, but you better get 300. I mean, that makes us look like fucking fools, dude.
Yeah.
It just does. Like, if anybody's like, oh, yeah, we're still going to add 300,000 jobs. No, the fuck we're not, dude. We might lose 300,000 jobs the way it's fucking looking.
For real.
But yeah, man, and this is all the more of why they need to respond, or at least make a statement of some kind, something. But the fucking convention is in June, and our past guest Richard Hooker Jr. has a plan, and I hope he can get on the ballot and at least make it. I feel like if there's complacency, then that's just making them not do anything. Maybe, if anything, rather it would be Richard or it would be whoever else, and they wouldn't succeed. Maybe it'd be enough to light a fire under their ass of the people that are involved now to try to, but I don't know, dude. I think it's going to, I don't think they can do anything personally.
Yeah.
And just to reiterate this, it fucking bothers me that, like, the news of, like, cutting jobs and shrinking, like, does shit, but it makes the stock price go up. I swear, I don't know why that bothers me so bad, but I'm like, dude, investors love people fucking getting fired. Like,
it's crazy.
Dude, it just makes me think, God, them people are assholes.
It's crazy.
Yeah, right. But if for people that are affected by it, just know we're thinking about you, and fucking
right. There's still centers closing, consolidating, and
right.
That's not easy for anybody.
No, man. So. No, even a center consolidation and moving somewhere. I mean, just going to a different place and have to change shit up like that, and I mean, and that's.
I mean, you could go from a 5-minute commute to work to fucking an hour.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I wouldn't be able to do that, because then I'd have to find somebody else to fucking take the kid to the bus stop. And it's so, like, people's lives, like, we're just.
I know, dude. It would change. I mean, I'm about 10 minutes, we'll say ish, probably between 10 and 15 minutes away. I'd say closer to 10. And yeah, if ours shut down, and I'm like, Willow's just about to start it's kind of funny, when this episode is released on Tuesday, will be her first day of preschool. And things like that, man. It just the extra commute and shit, and just, like, not to go too much into this, but I always will say, I don't know if he listens. He's an older driver. He's not that old. He's got a full head of hair, so he's beat me on the hair game. But shout out to my coworker and a friend of mine, Toby. He lives about an hour away from our building. And dude, I've seen that man when I've had 12-hour bangers and fucking came in at like 9:30, or fucking, I've seen that man in there, and I always think, like, God, I couldn't imagine having to drive a fucking hour home from here.
Especially after driving all day.
I know, man. And he's got a route out in the elevation, man, so he's driving a lot. He don't have like a inner city, so he's putting a lot of miles on everything.
Yeah. Totally. Totally. Something else too, quickly to mention, before we get into our Patreon ad read. One thing quickly to mention is with the Patreon and all that stuff. We are now creating an online merch store. So we're going to be having t-shirts, hat. I mean, really, honestly, the possibilities are endless of things we can create. I mean,
They fucking really are.
sticker packs, air fresheners, fuck yeah, for your trucks. Um, and I mean, one thing too, which I thought would be really cool, is to create a calendar. Not for this year though, but for next year, for 2027. I think we could get the ball rolling on that because we'll have access to be able to create and make a calendar. And I mean, I'm looking for drivers with pictures of drivers who listened, to the show, and have someone for the January, have someone for the February, the March, the April, May, June, July, August. Like have someone for every single month there. I think would be absolutely amazing since, budget cuts and we no longer receive calendars as a company. So I think we could do our part and try to create some and sell some for you guys. So I want to do that
what
for next year.
episode it was.
Yeah.
I forget what episode it was when that first got mentioned, but dude, that one, whatever episode that was, that one snuck up on me. I totally didn't realize that till that was. I was like, holy shit, we don't get calendars anymore.
Nope. No calendars, no nothing, but yeah. But here's a quick.
Oh shit, sorry.
Here's a quick live ad read by yours truly.
Real quick before we roll into the next stop, if you're rocking with the show and want a little extra, check out All on the Delivery Patreon. That's where you'll get early access to episodes, the monthly bonus episode, after the stop, and dispatch poll power, which means you get to vote on what we talk about next. Basically, you're dispatch, but in a good way, and you actually know what's going on. Tiers start at $5, cheaper than that snack you grabbed at the gas station between stops, and it helps us keep the mics on and the stories coming. Links in the description. All right, my diet is restarted. Seatbelts on. Let's keep moving.
Buddy, you're buzzing. Yo, finger snaps. There we go. Good job, buddy. Live ad read, guys. Fucking love that.
Oh, shit.
But like he just said, dispatch poll power results. So listen, we have dispatch versus reality. That is one of them. Okay, so with dispatch versus reality, this is what we got to fill in the blank with, okay? It's just one quick stop. Dispatch says it's just one quick stop. Reality? How's that one quick stop? I would say that one quick stop is probably 45 minutes away. That one quick stop is probably getting delivered to a dock where there's already 4 other trucks waiting to go. So you're going to be sitting there too after you get there. And then what? You're going to drive another 45 minutes to get back onto your route. But it's just one quick stop. Dispatch versus reality.
I mean, and I feel like when that happens with a one quick stop, it's always at the always at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's always, even if it does go rather smooth and is a quick stop, sometimes, which I feel like most of the time it never is. It never is. It was like the one time when I had an 8-hour request and I was so happy because I had to go do one quick stop, but I thought it was going to put me over. I've done so little 8-hour requests, I didn't realize they can actually make you work 8.5. man, I was so like the whole way home, I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, I get to file grievance. And I was like, oh, fuck. Once I found out, I just was like, ugh. So yeah, at one quick stop. It never normally is quick.
Never. And I'll read because there were a couple comments here on this one from our Patreon. From Dusty, it's just one quick stop. Dusty says, it's an 800-piece bulk stop that takes 40 minutes to unload with an hour round trip. I know because it's happened to me.
One quick stop.
The other comment on here is from Patreon subscriber Luke. Luke says, in reality, you go 20 minutes out of town, down a few dirt roads, and a half-mile uneven driveway with no turnaround in your 12 cube because you need the miles today. Fuck.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep. The other one that we're gonna do, thank you guys for that. Thank you guys for voting on that. The other one that we're gonna do is woes. Let's just say woes at PCMs. Okay, we've all been, obviously we've all been at PCMs, and then yeah, but at the PCM, it's just, let's just say there's one thing that may grind your gears that was said at a PCM, or one thing that they say at a PCM every time, and you're just like, why? I mean, I have a couple already at the top of my head. One thing out of nowhere one time, a while ago, the one center manager that we had, the one time, came down to the PCM. He's like, guys, fun fact today. And it was something about like Starbucks. And I don't even remember. Okay. But like, they did it one time. It was only one fun fact out of nowhere. The only fun fact we'll hear for 360 days. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the only time it's ever happened. And everyone was like, you fucking kidding me? Like, what was that? Everybody's like, what was that? Like, out of nowhere, we're going to get a fun fact. Another thing that grinds my gears at PCMs is when they say, oh, guys, lunches, we have to take our lunch at the designated times, or something silly like talking about, oh, we had 4 drivers that were over 8 mile an hour backing in reverse average or something like that. It's like, obviously everybody else is doing the job right. Why don't you go talk to those drivers individually? Why are we wasting our time at the PCM when you can just talk to those drivers individually? That part kind of gets on my nerves. That's like I grind my gears.
Yeah, I understand that because I think for me, it's like whenever it gets brought up, and it's always cycled around at some point where they'll get on and make people take their full breaks because people cut them all the time.
Yep.
And I'm always like, who does and doesn't?
Right.
Just,
it's the same people every time. They're repeat offenders.
100%. Yes. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, just
That's
fucking,
a super pain.
if you fuck up, let them know.
Right.
Yeah.
Send them a message. You don't got to tell the entire group here. It's not a group, subject. Anyways, all right. Doorstep dilemmas. I still have not created a sound effect for this yet, but I keep talking about it, and it sounds like such a good idea. I keep forgetting. Doorstep dilemmas. All right. we got a few. Thank you to everybody that sent them in, by the way, on the Discord. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, because these are a blast to do. So, doorstep dilemmas. You ready, Luke?
Oh, I'm ready.
Would you rather give the CEO a hand job to save the Teamsters, or give SOB a handy to save us all? You got to take one for the team. Yes, you can keep your eyes closed.
Dude, you dropped this one. I thought you weren't dropping this one. I knew you sent this. God. Fuck.
I mean, I'm saving the Teamsters. Are
you? But they're just a union. They don't survive without UPS and the people they employ. So you'd be given a handy in vain, pretty much. And does he deserve a handy from you right now? I just don't think he does.
Just try to take one for the team here. Okay.
I mean, the medic for the all right. You take care of him. I'll take care of Carol, I guess.
Don't worry, guys. The boys over here at All in the Delivery got you guys covered. We're gonna save you all.
Yeah,
one way or another.
Through hand jobs. Oh, fucking hell! I know you said that.
Oh fuck!
God,
I lost it. Where is it?
I do.
Ah, here it is.
Fuck!
All right, that's so good. That's so good.
That might have to be on. That could be a fucking quote on a shirt. We're gonna save the company and the Teamsters through hand jobs. Oh God.
I mean, I guess we have to return the favor because we're the ones getting fucked all the time. So I guess we got to return the favor eventually, right?
Oh man. I guess so. Yeah.
All right.
Just came out hot with that one.
Yeah,
I did.
Fresh out the start here. All right. Here we go. Ready? This one. Would you rather run a mall or industrial route thick on pieces per stop with no handcart, or deliver 150 stop resi route with everything spot to the 1,000 shelf?
I'd probably just do the resi route. You can sort that shit up.
Thick on pieces per stop with no handcart.
Yeah, I would do the resi thing with all loaded to the 1,000 shelf for sure. Just because you can spread that shit out. If you know the area, if you don't know the area, then it's going to be a big pain in the ass either way.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. Next one. Would you rather have a rotting gator head stinking up the back of your truck on a 90-degree day, or deal with a leaking 5-gallon container of peanut-free peanut butter oozing everywhere on a 90-degree day? Side note, yes, this has happened to me, says our Discord.
That's got to be Brad. It's got to be somebody from Florida if it's not Brad. It just sounds like gator head. But
gator
I'd
head
probably go with the alligator.
Yeah?
I'd probably go with the gator head. I'd go with the gator head.
I mean, listen,
that's a way cooler story.
How much I absolutely hate and despise peanut butter, I would have to go with the peanut butter.
It'd just be a way bigger mess, I feel like. I don't feel like I'd rather just deal with the stink than the mess.
You want death. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a gator head, that's a story to tell. I'd be like, hey, man, check this out.
Next one. Would you rather deliver a heavy industrial route in a P500 and have to go back to the building to load up, or be on a rural route in a P1200 with lots of long driveways and no room to turn around?
God, dude. I'd have to take the P500 because I'll tell you, 1,200 you can't physically put in areas. Like you would fucking get stuck, or you would fuck that thing up. Yeah, I mean, I hate double tripping, going back to the building. I've done it many times. I'm on a route that is close to the building, so it's happened. But a 1200 in a fucking small ass area, no way.
I'm running
That's
that.
fucking. Oh yeah,
For
I mean,
sure.
you would be all right, dude, because you fucking drive 1,000. I'm in a 600, man. I haven't driven
Yeah.
a big truck in a while.
I love driving those big trucks. Definitely. Next one. Would you rather forget your Dyad pouch or forget your cooler with ice at home on a hot summer day? I would.
I don't use it.
Yeah.
I don't use a diet pouch, so
Yeah. I would rather
cooler for me.
forget. No, you would rather forget the Dyad pouch than the cooler. Yes, you want the cooler. I want the cooler. So I would rather forget the Dyad pouch for sure. Would you rather have your significant other call you all day, every hour, asking what you are doing and how much longer are you going to be at work, or have safety messages about shoes coming through your board every half hour?
I love my wife, so I'd have to say that. Those fucking corporate safety messages annoy me so bad.
It's always about tread and shoes and proper footwear now. It's a new thing.
Yeah, they're obsessed with footwear. I mean,
someone
I
have
can say I had proper
Does someone have a footish fetish?
fetish,
Footish
maybe,
fetish.
foot fetish.
Does someone have a
Foot
foot
fetish.
kink?
Yeah, I mean, I can say I had on proper footing and I still fucking fell, so I don't know.
Yeah, I would probably rather have the phone calls from the wife every time. For sure. This one here is a would you rather for the women drivers. So I don't know if we can answer this, but it says, would you rather have a man watch you struggle with an over 70 and once you get it to the door, they tell you, oh, I was going to help you. I bet you don't have to go to the gym later. Or would you rather have a man look you up and down and say, you do look like a fit person, but you shouldn't be delivering heavy packages. Isn't there another route your boss can put you on?
Ooh, well, yeah. I mean, I'd say this is definitely, since we're not women, we can't really answer that one accurately. But I've always said that I think female drivers need extra time allowed on their schedule because of just creepy dudes that will be, because no matter what, like it's a male dominated industry. We know that there's a lot of female drivers, obviously, but it's if you look at the percentages of it,
Yep.
it's shout out to Jerica. I know her center that she worked at in Wyoming was the only
Female dominated.
to this day. I think the only building we ever had, and I think maybe it's probably the only building in the country.
Gotta be.
Really,
It's gotta be.
that had more women drivers than men. But I always said that they deserved extra time allowed because I feel like they have to get like,
They gotta get stopped
just
so much.
dude, I wish that was one of my gems I had for my old account that had gotten hacked, that I'd made with like acting like just what dudes would say to women drivers. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't answer it. So
Yeah.
I don't have a dog in this fight. Can't answer that one.
No. But if you were a woman,
If I was a woman, okay, let's say, okay, for this question, I'll say I am a woman. It's 2026. I guess I can do that.
you can be whatever you want,
but-
buddy.
Okay, so I am a woman and I'm fucking looking at, I mean, I don't know. I know there's,
I mean, I feel like I would rather have the over 70. And once I got up to the door, the person goes, oh, I was going to help you. I bet you don't have to go to the gym later. Because the other one telling somebody to get off the route is very very like fucked up. Like that's, you know,
Right.
that's pretty harsh. Because hey, we know and we've seen it and we have them in our centers, and those female delivery drivers are not to be messed with. They are some tough bitches. And we've said it too. Those women, man, some of them got more bigger balls than the men that are in those buildings.
Dude, I'm glad that we're actually on this because I want to give a quick shout out. I don't know her name, but there has been a female FedEx driver that has been delivering. She must be contracted because they've had a couple come up that I've seen. And dude, she run because FedEx doesn't run tire chains. They don't run chains here, so they're running regular tires. And I've seen her in some areas. She was almost hung up today and got out of it. And I'd seen her in some areas, dude. She's been in some fucking shitty areas in that fucking truck and been managing to get around. So I don't know her name. I just know she works for FedEx, and I got to tip my hat, man. I thought today, I was like, man, I was pissed because I was like, there's no way she backed up, got to run for it, waited, made it. But yeah, I'd probably say I think I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'd say the over 70.
Yeah, exactly.
Be it.
But that's all of them for the Doorstep Dilemmas. Doorstep Dilemmas. Thank you to everybody that sent those in on our Discord. And I think that one is going to about wrap this up, buddy.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely.
So like we said, Doorstep Dilemmas, Discord, guys. Come add your Doorstep Dilemmas, the would you rather questions. Come add them into the Discord. All right. If you're not a part of the Discord, come join. You can find that link in the episode description. Like we said at the top two, patreon.com/AITDpod. Come help support the show. Throw a couple dollars at our face. And you guys really do help keep this going and all that. So like we said, it means the world to Luke and I. So thank you to all the Patreon subscribers. Thank you to all you listeners out there for giving us your ears. Everybody, be safe out there. I'm Dave. And over there across the street, my co-host Luke. Guys, be good. We'll see you all next week.
Later, everybody.